Good morning. Welcome to chemistry class. This is Yoganesh, Faculty of Chemical Sciences, the Samskar Gurukul International School. Today I am going to start solid state. This is first unit in 12th standard chemistry. In earlier studies, you have learned that matter is classified into three types. Matter is classified into solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. Here, liquid state and gaseous state together called fluids, because the molecules or particles are arranged in such a way that they can move easily, so they are called fluids. Coming to solids, the particles are tightly packed in solid state. That's why solids cannot move easily. And we observe many solids in our daily life. We see the furniture made up of metals, and we use metals like silver, gold, copper, aluminum, tungsten, etc. These all are exist in solid state. And mercury is an example of a metal, but it is exceptional case. Mercury is a liquid metal which is in liquid state. Except this mercury, remaining all metals are exist in solid state. In this unit, we are going to learn different kind of solids, arrangement of particles in solid state, and imperfections in solid state. So let us going to learn characteristics of solid state. Characteristics of solid states. In earlier studies, we have learned the properties of solids, liquids, and gases. Now we are going to recollect the properties of solid state. Solids have definite mass, volume, and definite shape, and the intermolecular force of attraction is more in solid state, and intermolecular space is less in solid state, and solids possess rigidity, means they cannot move easily, and solids doesn't possess diffusion. Diffusion means movement of particles from one place to another. These are the characteristic properties of solid state. And let us learn types of solids. Let us learn types of solids. Solids are classified into crystalline and amorphous. This classification on the basis of arrangement of particles in the solids. Let us look into them. Crystalline solids. Crystalline solids are also called as true solids. Crystalline solids are also called as true solids. For example, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is an example of crystalline solid, and quartz. These are examples of true solids. This is because the particles are arranged in such a way that they have long range order, and these crystalline solids possess short melting and boiling point. They have short melting point and boiling point. When we got crystalline solids with a sharp edged tool, they can be divided into species, and those surfaces are smooth in nature, and smooth are sharp in nature. And these crystalline solids are also possess anisotropic in nature, or anisotropic. Crystalline solids are anisotropy in nature. Let us see that what do you mean by anisotropy. Anisotropy means as we discussed earlier that crystalline solids have regular arrangement of particles and the particles occupies fixed positions in them. The particles occupy fixed positions in crystalline solids. When we consider particles in this direction, we can observe here different particles are placed in this direction. Direction through CD. And this is direction AB. In direction AB, same kind of particles are present. And in direction CD, different kind of particles are present. So this phenomenon is known as anisotropy. This causes different physical properties like electrical resistance, refractive index, and mechanical strength. These are the physical properties. These physical properties are different in different directions because in crystalline solids the particles occupies fixed positions in them. That's why physical properties are different in different directions. This is called anisotropy. Coming to amorphous solids. Here the word itself tells about amorphous. Amorphous means no shape. These are the solids that do not contain particular shape because the particles are arranged in such a way that they are randomly arranged. That is the reason why amorphous solids do not have definite shape. For example, plastic, glass and rubber. These are some of the examples of amorphous solids. Here, glass is an example of amorphous solid, and amorphous solids looks like liquids because they can move easily, they can flow easily because the particles are irregular arrangement and they can move easily, they can flow easily from one place to another. So these are also called as amorphous solids are also called as supercooled liquids. Just example, glass. Glass is an example of supercooled liquid. Many people think that glass is a solid, but it is not a solid. Glass is an example of supercooled liquid. And these amorphous solids do not have regular shape and geometry. Coming to crystalline solids have definite shape, volume, and the particles occupies restricted position, so they exist in three-dimensional structures. Coming to amorphous solids, three-dimensional arrangement is not possible because particles are irregularly arranged. So they are called as supercooled liquids. Next, these amorphous solids possess isotropy. We discussed earlier that crystalline solids possess anisotropy. Coming to amorphous solids possess isotropy. Isotropy means the physical properties what we discussed earlier, such as electrical resistance, refractive index, mechanical strength, is same along in all directions because the particles are arranged randomly. That is the reason why the physical properties like electrical resistance, refractive index and mechanical strength is similar in all directions. It is only observed in amorphous solids. And when we cut amorphous solids with a sharp edged tool, they can form new surfaces, but the new surfaces are not smooth and sharp. Thank you, children. We'll meet in next section.